Take a look at how angry Kamala is as she looks back and realizes that Obama, who was supposed to get her to the White House with his brother's speech, is actually enjoying her archenemy in life. Take a look at this. This is what's weird. Sad music. And they're talking to each other. Look at her. She's so angry. She's so mad. She can't even hold it.
Oh my God.
I want to show y'all this Candace Owens video because it shows an interesting relationship between Donald Trump and, or whatever you want to call it, between Donald Trump and Barack Obama.
I don't know what's happening at this funeral. And the strangest thing to come out of this is that Obama and Trump are apparently bros. Like they became best friends at some point. Cackling. Obama's like cackling Kamala style at Trump's jokes. We don't know exactly what it is that he's saying, but we do know that it is generating a lot of memes. So first and foremost, let's just take a look at how angry Kamala is as she looks back and realizes that Obama, who was supposed to get her to the White House with his brother's speech, is actually enjoying her archenemy in life. Take a look at this. This is what's weird. Sad music. And they're talking to each other. Look at her. She's so angry. She's so mad. She can't even hold it. That's what I like about her. She's super duper petty. And then you can see the entire time they're just speaking and they're laughing and they're enjoying each other. And so many people are asking online what's really going on given the election cycle that we just had. Here are some of their comments. Russ Walker writes, "Hey, Democrats, they lied to you. They didn't ever believe that he was, quote, Orange Hitler. He was never, quote, a threat to democracy. At Jimmy Carter's funeral today, Obama seems to be enjoying his conversation with President Trump." That is very, very true.
So I want to stop it right here. I played as much as I could without commenting. So Coolio fan, shout out to Coolio fan in the building. And matter of fact, make sure everybody likes. We need y'all to like. Take a second, take a break. Just click the like button. That's going to boost the algorithm. Appreciate y'all in advance. So Coolio fan wrote, "Trump is the funniest president. One interaction doesn't make them bros." I do believe that Trump is one of the funniest presidents. I just think that he has that type of personality. It's funny because he takes things very personal and he's very sensitive. But then at the same time, it's like he does it. You know what I mean? And it's very strange. Like even for me and a lot of people. So to your second part of your comment, one interaction doesn't make them bros. I don't think she really meant that they were bros. I don't think that that's what she was saying. I think she was just playing along with it, having fun with it, and just pointing out the irony. And the irony comes from what I was discussing as far as with Trump, when I said he doesn't take things personal, but he is very sensitive. It's a weird balance. Donald Trump, and a lot of people were looking at it from Obama's side, saying more what Coolio said, like, hey, Barack Obama's more just a class act. He's going to just sit there and engage. He wasn't trying to be friendly with Donald Trump. He was just kind of not being rude. Okay. When I said what I said about Trump, in a lot of ways, you can blame a lot of the rhetoric that Barack Obama has used, Kamala Harris, and a lot of the Democrats when they refer to him as being literally Hitler or a threat to democracy and whatever other words that they use to describe him as somebody that's going to destroy the country. But then they sit down and talk with him. And aside from that, if Trump, the point that I was going to make is that when a lot of those people say these things, you get these crazy people like the guy that tried to take out Donald Trump. Donald Trump was shot. If he didn't move his head, he would have had his head blown off on TV, on live TV. And a lot of people blame a lot of the rhetoric that people like Barack Obama use as the reason why these people try to assassinate Donald Trump. And now he's sitting there. So I'm looking at Trump too, like saying, damn, like you just cool engaging with these folks like that. So I'm looking at it from both sides. And then the other side is, how do you call somebody Hitler? How do you say they're a threat to democracy? How do you try to scare the hell out of all of us, got us cutting off family members, cutting off friends? I saw so many people the day after the election saying, if you voted for Trump, don't speak to me. I don't want to talk to you. I don't care. But look at them. they're able to be civil, even if you think that Barack Obama is just sitting there just because he's being nice and he's not being rude. They are able to do that in ways that we are not able to do, and we're arguing for what? Because we're fans of the Democratic Party, because we're fans of the Republican Party. This is how confused. This is what happens when they do what I said earlier and Uncle Brother said, when they can leverage your emotions. They get you more angry than it's like fans. It's almost like how fanatics, like if you said like Eagles fans, think about Eagles fans playing against, I don't know who. Matter of fact, no, San Fran versus Oakland. When it used to be the San Francisco 49ers, Oakland Raiders, after those games, people would be killed in the parking lot. Like you've heard news, I've seen news stories about people having fights over a game. Meanwhile, the actual players, they dapping up after the game, probably hanging out, asking, yo, what y'all got going on? They're friendly. This is the same thing that happens. But because they get you so emotionally connected with this team and this rivalry, and they say all this hyperbole, they say all these things that Donald Trump gets accused of doing, but they obviously it's hyperbole. If you can't say someone's like Hitler and then be laughing it up with them when you're sitting at Jimmy Carter's funeral, especially y'all are sitting there talking while somebody's singing or there's music playing and everybody else is silent. So maybe that's why Kamala Harris was turning around looking with the stink face. I don't know. It's just funny to me. It's just funny to me. Coolio fan wrote, Obama is a smart political animal. This is a weird peek behind the curtain. I agree. Obama is a smart political animal. That's actually a description that I've never heard used for him. And maybe I'm going to start using that. He's a smart political animal. He is a savage, in my opinion. Barack Obama is a savage. He is exactly what Malcolm X described when he was talking about I believe in the speech, the ballot or the bullet, when he was talking about the Republicans being the wolves, where you know a wolf, you're going to see a wolf as your enemy. But the Democrats are the foxes. They're going to run up to you and it's like they got this permanent smile on their face, but then they're going to tear you to shreds. That's what Barack Obama is, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Maybe he's different to you guys. Uncle Brother wrote, never considered whether or not my feelings towards Trump were based on his privilege. I've just never liked him, his arrogance, demeanor. Maybe this is a reflection of his privilege. And I can understand that. But let me ask you this, Uncle Brother, because this is the question that I have. So let's say that Black people in general, the main reasons why they don't like Trump are the things that you just mentioned, his arrogance and his demeanor. And that's funny that you brought that up, because in the conversations that I had with the gentleman that I'm talking about, those are two of the things that they mentioned. And what's so funny is, look at our culture. Look at our culture. Look at Black culture. Look at the celebrities that we love, the rap artists that we love that set the tone on a lot of our culture. If you listen to mainstream music, whether it's women or men and women, everything that they're pushing is arrogance. Everything that when you turn on your favorite rap song, they're telling you why they're the best, why their ish don't stink, why they're not settling for it. Like, everything is built on arrogance. That is our culture. Now, we can say that that's not our personal culture, but overall, when you look at Black culture, which to me is the reason why a lot of us are in the position that we're in, when we look at Black people overall in America and how we perform, Black culture is built on arrogance. Matter of fact, Donald Trump represents the very things that Black people brag about in their raps. The criticism that Donald Trump gets from a lot of Black people are the same things that are highlighted in the music that we sing, the rap lyrics that we rap. Just listen to the women. Matter of fact, you listen to a Meg Thee Stallion rap, you listen to a Trina rap, you listen to the City Girls, everything that, like, from what Donald Trump has been accused of sexually, listen to a Cardi B rap. That's the exact things that these women are rapping about. So it's like, how are we hating Trump for the very things that we're saying in our raps and repeating these things in our mind? And obviously the words that we say become spells, right? Spelling spells. So how are we so strong on and supportive of this black culture for the very things that we say that we hate Trump about. Maybe that's something that we should look internally about. Maybe that says that maybe we have the wrong culture, or maybe that says that there's something else that bothers us about Donald Trump, that we just are using these other things as an excuse, but in all actuality, it's something else. Maybe it's an internal type of, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Because whenever I ask gentlemen that do not like Donald Trump, what do you dislike about him? Since when did black people stop liking Donald Trump? It's very hard to get real life examples of, well, when he did this, when he did that. Matter of fact, for me, when I hated Donald Trump, I tell you all the time, it's the very fine people on both sides. It's what he did with the Central Park Five. But then what a lot of people start doing is saying stuff that his father did. Oh, well, his dad didn't want black people living in his apartments. His dad didn't want certain demographics living in his apartments. For one, you can't judge a kid. You can't judge a son off of his father's actions. You can't. That's not fair. Because imagine if a lot of black men were judged off of solely on their father's actions. So let me ask you this. When my mom and I'll just put it on me, when every time I walk in Walmart, in certain neighborhoods, I'm reminded I can't stand. Now, you may say are different than black people. Cool. But we went into Walmart the other day to get some stuff. We were down in Florida. I forget the neighborhood that we were in. And we went in there. From the moment that we went to pick up a product and then we had to go in the store, I was reminded like 3 or 4 times of how much I can't stand niggas. I'm being totally honest with y'all. Maybe this is a shortcoming of mine. Cool. I'll address it. I'll look internally. I have no problem doing that. I don't want to live around that type of energy. I'll be totally honest with y'all. And matter of fact, I don't think a lot of us want to, because when you look back at when as soon as desegregation happened, what did a lot of black people do? They moved out them black neighborhoods and moved into white neighborhoods, right? So if you can move out of a black neighborhood because you don't want to live in a black neighborhood because all the things that are happening in a black neighborhood, and you prefer to live in a white neighborhood, why are you mad at Donald Trump's dad for preferring to rent his properties out to white people instead of black people? But I may be missing something. That's cool. I tell y'all all the time, I may be wrong. I'm just giving y'all my opinions. I'm being totally honest with y'all. And if I'm wrong, I want to express my honest opinion so y'all can tell me where I'm wrong. No problem at all. So Coolio fan wrote, all the sensationalism is just political maneuvering. Anyone gullible enough to fall into it deserves the emotional turmoil that follows. I agree. Quan wrote, that's how we got the term I'm him. All you got to do, Quan, I'm so glad that you said that. Shout out to my brother Quan. From day one, Quan. Every song, every caption, just go look at the last, just go down your timeline and look at your homegirls, your homeboys, black people, go look at the New Year's post that they put up. And you tell me everything is I'm him. This is my year. I've been that guy. I've been that girl. It's all arrogance. No, you're not him. No, you're not that. Stop playing. Like, you're not. But if you feel that, cool. I have no problem with people being arrogant. If you think highly of yourself, cool. It doesn't intimidate me. It doesn't offend me. It doesn't bother me. I'd actually prefer you think overly higher about yourself or delusionally more about yourself than delusionally bad about yourself. I'd rather you think higher than what you currently are than for you to play victim and to think less than. Because when you think less than of yourself, you constantly put yourself in positions where you think that you need other people to help you save yourself. And you are the only person that can help you get out of that situation that you're in. But because you have this limited thinking of yourself, because you play this victim role, you think that you need to rely on the Democratic Party in order for you to get out of the current situation that you're in, when in all actuality, it's not the Democrats or the Republicans that are going to get you out your situation. It's you. Let's keep. I wish you were on in the beginning part of the conversation as a firefighter, Quan. We could have used your feedback, or maybe you were on, and honestly, I would have told you not to respond and just leave it as what it is. But yeah, arrogant people eat that ish up. Arrogance, people eat that ish up. And said, you said Walmart. Why, bro? Hot take, Target over Walmart. Yeah, I agree. Mama Lay wrote, happy Friday, good people. Please remember to like and subscribe. Appreciate that. Appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe. Let me get through these comments and then we're going to move on. Actually, we're going to keep going, finish this video and then move on to the next. Coolio fan wrote, arrogance is self-defeating. Better to be realistic and earn your self-confidence through action. If you're looking at better, it's always, to me, better to be realistic. But to me, there's a healthy level of seeing yourself as greater than you may currently be. I've heard plenty of quotes where, like even Lil Wayne, I remember when he said that, or maybe it wasn't Lil Wayne, when he said, I said I was the greatest before I knew I was. So I have no problem with you putting out that, as long as it's in a positive energy and as long as you're working towards that. I got no problem with that. I got no problem with you waking up every morning and saying, I'm amazing. I can accomplish anything. I have no problem with you saying those things. I think those can actually be positive affirmations. Now, of course, anything can become unhealthy, but you know what? You know what's funny? We never have, when we're speaking on the conversation about firefighters, we have no, matter of fact, I'm not even going to take it there. I was getting ready to say, we don't have an issue. Let me not go. That was going to go off on a tangent. I'm with you. I think that you can have a healthy level of arrogance. I do. But then we're just playing word games, because I get it. You know, your different definitions. I get all that. Yeah. So Uncle Brother wrote, from my years spent involved with the making of music videos, some of them rap videos, I can tell you it's all smoke and mirrors intended to leverage emotions, making people easier to manipulate. Uncle Brother, this is why we love having you here. Vaughn, shout out to my brother Vaughn's in the building, and I saw Skeeg in the building earlier, so shout out to my bro Mersh. But we were watching the video, so Quan said, "Nah, I missed it." So Quan, real quickly, let me ask you this question. I'm gonna put you on the spot, Quan. This is what we're doing. So we were talking about firefighters earlier, and Quan is a firefighter. Quan, do you think it's fair? You don't have to answer this. You can, if this is a touchy subject that you don't want to get into, just act like you got a fire and you can't respond. I got it. Do you think it's fair for a woman to be able to become a firefighter with different standards than what a man has to complete in his test? Do you think that that's fair? I'm going to take it or leave it. We're going to move on to the next topic. Ignore that. If that's going to put you in a funny situation, don't answer it. Put the pride to the side. Ego, don't answer it. I'm begging you. If that's going to put you in a compromising position, don't answer it. We'll talk about it after the show. Matter of fact, don't answer it. Please don't answer it. That's what I'm asking you. Please don't answer it. Okay. Let's keep moving on.
This next person, Johnny Maga, in his conversation with President Trump. That is very true. This next person, Johnny Maga, writes, Obama in November. Trump is an existential threat to our democracy. Obama in January. And here he is just laughing and enjoying his company. They genuinely look like they're just friends. Clay Travis asks a question. Did Obama vote for Trump too? It's possible. It's definitely possible.
That was wrong what I did with Quan, right? I can't throw out the question and then tell him not to answer. Now you go, all right, so Quan answered. So now we going there. And Antonice wrote, no, heck no, it ain't fair. So Quan, if the standards are the standards, man, woman, or animal, it doesn't matter. Why is the physical fitness test for women firefighters different than men? Or is it? Am I wrong? I believe that the test is different. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Did something change? Because from my understanding, the conditioning test was different. But maybe I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I hope I am wrong. I hope I am wrong. I hope that I'm wrong as far as the test being different for men and women. I hope that the test is the same. Maybe I'm wrong and you can throw out everything that I've said before, previously. So yeah, I thought that the test was differently, but maybe I'm wrong. Quan, is the test different for men and women? So he said you weaken the chain by making exceptions. This is a firefighter talking to y'all. You weaken the chain by making exceptions. So Quan said that no, ours are the same. So Quan said that theirs are the same. So I may be completely wrong. Let me actually look that up. Let me actually look that up. If that is the case, then throw out everything that I said previously and we can move on. But somebody, matter of fact, I'm gonna move on. Somebody tell me if it is different. If it is different. And I actually have a response to that. But we'll keep that we'll keep that going because I don't want to make let me say one more time. If I am wrong as far as the standards being the same, then that's just wrong. And I'm happy with that. Let's move on. And Vaughn said every state and country is different. All right, so it's different. All right, so there we go. All right, let's I'm glad that particularly is the same in your group.
Possible Bow-Tied Ranger says it's odd to see the guy who claimed Trump was a fascist, rapist Hitler for 8 years sit next to him and laugh at his jokes during a funeral. And people are imagining what it is they're saying to each other. Now, I do want to say this. It is something that is a bit frustrating that they keep Americans rather, at one another's throats, left versus right, with their rhetoric, right? When we are talking about having assassination attempts, the reason that this happens is because they are saying Trump is literally Adolf Hitler. Like, that's where we're at right now in election cycles. Like, we've gone the most extreme we could possibly go to. We were told that he is the second coming of Adolf Hitler. Now they say it's me. They've moved on from Trump. But the point is that what is the purpose of using that kind of rhetoric only to turn around? Would you sit down? Are we supposed to believe that everything in every movie that we've ever seen about Adolf Hitler is just false and actually it would be?
So hold on. So Honest wrote, in some states, there are differences in the number of sit-ups and push-ups and the run times based on gender and age. That's what I'm seeing. But I like I said, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. In some areas, that shout out to the towns where it's the same. Shout out to the towns where it's the same. Shout out to the towns where it's the same. I think when I looked at it, it was saying that, So this one that I'm getting right here from the United Women Firefighters, this actually says we get treated the same as our. So they're actually saying that the test is the same for their fire department, but unlike the military or other city agencies. Well, actually, I don't know what this is because this says the military and other city agencies, there is. Unlike the military or other city agencies, there's not a different physical exam or academy requirements for women and men. So they're different for the military and some city agencies. So I guess it varies. So for the ones that the test is the same, I'm with you. I appreciate that. For the ones that it's different, that's the issue that I have. Let's keep going. Let Candace finish and then we'll move on.
Weird if he appeared and everyone who said those things and created those movies just became best friends with him. Because that's the signal that it sends, that you're saying these things to demonize someone and you don't believe those things. Yet you have so many followers and believers who actually do. So it is a little bizarre that they are enjoying each other's company so much, but Trump is very warm with people. And what's also bizarre is that it seems that Obama prefers Trump to everybody else in the Democratic Party.
Listen to this woman confront Governor Newsom.
Yeah, hold on. No, we're not gonna watch that yet. That's actually a video that we had. Hold on. We're not showing this one. We are not showing this one. All right, hold on. Let me get to it. And yeah, matter of fact, now that I'm thinking, like, I think that yeah. And Honest wrote, hold on. Honest wrote, I think you're referring to those who use the Cooper standard. So I'm not familiar with that. But I'm glad that Quan came on and clarified because I was wrong in that. So as far as with that firefighting, so I guess in Jersey or wherever the municipality they're in, it's the same. That's what I think it should be. And maybe this just shows. So let me ask you. So now I'm like looking at it from a different perspective because I was wrong to Quan. So let me ask y'all this. So based on what Quan just said, you weaken the chain by making exceptions. Why are there different standards in other areas? And to the example that we used as far as with schooling, why would you allow certain groups of demographics to get in with a lower score than other groups? That would be my question. But yeah, we'll keep going. It's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.